Today we're diving into one of the most unsettling and truly heartbreaking mysteries in recent memory, the Delphi murders. It's a story that grips you, centered on a small town, two young friends, and a single, absolutely chilling piece of evidence.
Just 3 words. Guys, down the hill. These 3 words, they became the most haunting clue in a devastating crime, and they were recorded on a cell phone, giving the entire world a direct audio link to the final terrifying moments of 2 young girls' lives.
So you have to be asking, how in the world do we even have this audio? Well, the answer is a story of just remarkable courage in the face of absolute terror, and that's really where this whole story begins.
Unbelievably, the audio was actually captured by one of the victims, Libby German. In an act of just astonishing bravery and presence of mind, she had the instinct to start recording on her phone moments before the crime took place. Now, this kind of evidence it was a game changer. When the police released that audio and a very grainy photo to the public, it gave all of us this direct, horrifying window into the crime. And just like that, a local tragedy exploded into a national mystery. To really understand the weight of this case, we have to rewind. Let's go back to the beginning, because before all the headlines and the investigation, this was a story about 2 young girls, 2 best friends, who were just enjoying a day off from school.
Abigail Williams, who everyone called Abby, and Liberty German, known as Libby. They were bright, they were creative, just beloved friends, typical middle school girls having fun in their small hometown of Delphi, Indiana.
So picture this. It's a Monday. They've got the day off. They get dropped off to go hiking on the Monon High Bridge Trail. It's a really popular local spot, something they've probably done a bunch of times before. Just a totally normal day.
But when the time came for them to be picked up and they weren't there, concern quickly turned into a full-blown search. The very next day, the community's absolute worst fears were realized. Their bodies were discovered in a wooded area nearby. Their lives tragically cut short.
That piece of evidence that Libby so bravely recorded, it sparked a massive, massive investigation. But for 5 long years, it felt like law enforcement was chasing a ghost, sifting through thousands and thousands of leads that all came from that one single audio clip.
I mean, just look at this timeline. It really shows you the arc of the case. The crime happens, the evidence is released just over a week later, and then what feels like a giant gap. For more than 5 years, there was just endless speculation and tireless police work before, finally, a major development.
That development finally arrived in late 2022. An arrest was made, a huge, huge turning point. But an arrest, as we know, is not the end of the story, and it definitely didn't bring all the immediate answers people were hoping for.
In October 2022, Richard Allen, a resident of Delphi itself, was arrested and charged. You can just imagine the shockwaves this sent through that small community, not to mention the millions of people who'd been following this case around the world. Now, as this whole legal process moves forward, it is so crucial to remember a cornerstone of our justice system, the presumption of innocence. It's a simple idea, right? A person is considered innocent until they are proven guilty, and that has to be respected as this case makes its way through the courts.
And that legal process is exactly why so many details about the case are still sealed from the public. The wheels of justice, they turn slowly, they turn deliberately. For the families, for the town, for everyone, it's a really painstaking process, but it is moving forward.
So let's step away from the legal proceedings for a second, because beyond all of that, this tragedy has left this powerful, lasting impact. And it really all centers on the incredible bravery of a 14-year-old girl.
I mean, really think about it. Libby German's actions in her final moments, that provided the very evidence that has fueled this investigation for years. Her courage is it's a beacon. It's a testament to her strength that continues to light the way in this long search for truth.
And the impact of this case, it just radiates outward. It's fundamentally changed conversations about solving crimes. It's become this powerful example of how digital evidence from just one smartphone can drive an entire investigation for years. It showed the incredible power of public engagement online, but it also really highlighted the unique challenges of investigating crimes in rural areas. And above all else, it will always, always be remembered as a story of just incredible bravery.
So as this story keeps unfolding, and the whole world is basically waiting for a final legal outcome, we're left with a really profound question. For a family, for a small town, for every single person touched by this tragedy, what does justice and what does true closure really look like? It's something to think about.